Oh, really? Are we live? We're live. Welcome. Welcome. It's everywhere too. And it's everywhere. It's truly a story of when you continue to grind and like stay consistent and actually have good ideas and like ability to make content. It's like, dude, and here's the thing, it's like people say, "Oh, you just want to blow up," and then you'll be, dude. The biggest thing about blowing up is being able to recreate the what you got blew up for. Like without that momentum, and they were doing it, so they're like, "Oh, we blew up. Oh, bad. Say less. Where else should we run?" Word. Okay. Okay. Oh, he was here. Oh, he submitted. I forgot. Oh, shout out Eddie Saturn, man. He's been active. Yeah. Let's go. You know who it is. Yes, 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 Zell. Yes, let me tap in here. Yes, I can.
Yo, can you hear me
No,
now?
I can
Yeah,
hear you.
Zale can hear
I
me.
can hear you.
No, I was muted on OBS or on
Oh,
Streamlabs.
mm,
Well, for those just tuning in,
no way. So they just hearing me talk, or it's just
I think just you. Yeah, they've just been hearing
that's
you.
funny. That's funny.
It's funny too because it was one of those that I'll run it back quickly, but for the jokes, thank you Zale for letting me know that. Um, Okay, so we might have to do a little editing here on YouTube. We'll cut the first part of the episode maybe. But I've just been talking about if you well first off, if you want to join the Discord, throw your link in, or we threw the link in the YouTube chat. Feel free to join. You could chill, you could post here, or you could just if you want to just pull up and listen to music with us. Right now, I'm actually just getting our social media promo out there. We're chilling, getting the episode started, um, and we're just letting people know that we're streaming. I mean, it's like y'all with your music, right? You gotta let people know what you're doing. No one, sorry to say it, but no one knows you, and
Unfortunately, unfortunately.
so you gotta tell people what we were talking about fighting a boss. That's why you gotta tell people, and you gotta make sure that you know, you're not just assuming people are going to listen. Even the people that like you, probably they might not know. There's just so many people making posts and everything nowadays. They might not know.
He's
And
tough. And people
that's the
forget.
point.
People forget. But yo, Zale, what you been up to, man? What have you been?
Yeah, what up, Zale? The GOAT in many ways. The bunker boy, Zale.
Happy
And yes, he is a boy.
Yes, he's a boy.
Oh my goodness, that was one of the funnier stories I think
Oh, easily.
Dude, the light from my like window, I barely have the blinds open, and it's like you can tell it's like this. I don't know what's going on.
Wow. Yeah.
It seems like it makes me look like I'm in heaven every day. But yeah, we Zale, I don't know if you're still out there, maybe not. Oh, there we go.
Oh, there we go.
Just flew in the how do I get rid of this? Just flew in the Bay to be with family, but flying back to Oregon tomorrow. Hope you guys had a fun. Dude, that's dope. Safe travels, man. Hope everything goes well.
Yeah, man.
We just kicked it, honestly. We were just chilling for the most part. Not really.
But that's what's up.
Yeah.
Flew into the Bay, right? Where did you guys end up, like, you know, hitting a park or whatever? I assume it's maybe San Francisco area. If so, that's super sick. I know it was going off in San Francisco over the 4th.
When does it not go off in San Francisco?
I know it was absolutely ballistic, bro. But yeah, I'm going back to Oregon. All right. Hopefully it's heating up in Oregon.
Yeah. You know what's funny? Hottest day in the world was Monday. Yo, what up, Ty? Hottest day ever recorded was Monday.
Wait, what?
Or was Tuesday, Monday. The next day, the record was broken again. So, you know. Dope.
Where?
Of the world.
Where was it, though? What location?
The world. The hottest day in the world.
But where was it recorded? Like, obviously it wasn't
Averages.
No.
No, like the global temperature, like, I'm telling you, it's literally the world.
Oh, so like average of all temperatures across the globe.
I believe so, yeah.
Oh.
I could be wrong. I could be wrong, but I saw a crazy headline. It looked like an Onion article. But yeah, let's so it's hot out there. Drink your water. Let's actually get into it. So we initially before I unmuted myself, we initially were gonna play maybe a track we listened to previously, but Zale actually went ahead and posted some tracks into here, so we're definitely gonna bump those first. I'm trying to hear some more of the Bunker Boy. We got Ty in here and we got some people watching, so I mean, if you're down, let's just jump right into it. This song is so Zale return artist. I don't know how else to say it, but drop it consistently in the live music feedback. So he's the Bunker Boy. But this is Orbit V5. Zale, I know you came in that one time. I'm gonna play the song, but if during that you want to come in and say anything, if anyone wants to come in and say anything about the music, hit the link in the Discord or in the YouTube chat here, and you'll join right away. So, but while we do that, let's get into it. So this is Zale with the song Orbit. Let me just do a quick sound test real quick. Version 5.
Okay, a door.
Can you hear that, Lenny?
I wonder where it leads. We'll never know.
I have it on mute because I don't want the shadow or the echo. Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
I wonder where it leads. We'll never know.
Stuck in orbit, mayday. Miss my home, my baby. I can't survive without you. Caught up in rotation, lost
Yup. Yup. Yup.
Wow.
Dude, bangers after.
Dude, I just have, and shout out Hot 16s. Yo,
Yeah,
what up?
yo, I just saw that. Shout out Hot 16s. What's good?
Shout out Andrew, man, the man behind Hot 16s, man. They be doing their thing. Just had a festival, not this past weekend, but the weekend prior.
Crazy
they did their
fast.
thing. Yo,
Yo,
Zay.
Zale's in the chat. Let's go.
What up? How you all doing?
Yo,
Dude,
we're chilling, man.
Yeah.
You're in freaking the Bay right now, right?
Yeah, I'm in the Bay right now.
Dude, San Francisco?
Yep, really hot. It cooled off today, but it
Yeah.
was still hot.
I believe it. I absolutely believe it. Public transportation is probably killing just the sweat box, bro. I'm just imagining.
Yeah, I can't imagine buses or BART, and it'd be pretty bad.
It'd be tough. Dude,
Yo, I was gonna say something real quick. This Bunker Boy is always gonna be legendary, but this is really up there for my favorite Zale song. 100%.
Every song sounds so different, doesn't it? Every song's way different than
So-
what it's gonna be.
but also the same frequency. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah,
Dude, so Zale, 2 words: sync licensing, bro. How hard are you going with sync licensing some of these songs? Because this one specifically is easy, like background material for some like scene of like 2 young kids starting to like each other, like in school or some bullshit, like passing notes and like in the background while just scenes. You know what I'm saying? Like, dude, this,
Oh,
like,
I could see this in the Cyberpunk like animated series. You know what I'm saying? Like some
dude,
crazy.
I love Cyberpunk. I've been going down that, but yeah, I'm definitely aiming for some Netflix contracts.
That's
Yeah.
what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying,
Yeah.
bro.
yes, because here's the thing: it's like these songs elicit all your song. What you're really good at is like eliciting emotions through your music, and that pairs up with movies and like TV shows, obviously,
Yes.
because the music's going to be playing and they're going to be acting, so it's like the emotions need to come out and just enhances. But it's crazy because a song like this could be a regular song, but it also, like, put it like this: like there's scenes like in just animated shows, like just regular animated shows that would have fit perfectly with too, which is just insane, the crossover. But yeah, the fact that if it's paired with the right show and that show's popular, people like the song, they go back and listen to the song because it was in the show. It's ridiculous. Like, I do that right now with Secession specifically because I like classical music. But
Yes.
Secession's classical music, dude, the theme, the album they have for that song, for that show is insane.
Goated.
Oh,
I literally
100%.
have it saved on Spotify. It's crazy you just said that.
Exactly.
Not
A
crazy
big
because
one.
we talk about it all the time.
I'm a big Adventure Time fan too.
That too, bro. It's crazy. You know what's crazy? Because people don't think about that. Like, and I think that's when you could tell it's good. When you're like, you know, you don't even think about like, damn, someone created this, you know, this score. Someone like Hans Zimmerman, like his music gets you so entrenched in the movies that like you're almost just like it's the movie, right? So
Yeah.
you never know. And I think Lenny's right on. The you know, it's the more you can do to pursue that type of bag, you know, that's I could see that being potentially that could be huge for you.
Yeah. I mean, you're definitely being dragged like headfirst into my world, I think, with each of these songs. It's it feels great.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
This
how
could go commercially successful is what I'm trying to say. This Orbit song, 1,000,000%.
yeah. How often do you continue to make, like, is this a newer song?
Yeah, so for the past 4 months, I really love that Stuck in Orbit line. It was just stuck in my head, and I kept trying to make an instrumental for it. Went through about 30 of them, and I landed on this one finally. Like, I couldn't make another song until I got this one down. So now I can look back on these other 29 tracks that I can make for different songs. But yeah, I was just focusing on this
Explain.
one.
what that doesn't even make sense in my brain. So you went through 30 instrumentals, and these aren't. It's not like you're going on YouTube and like searching up cool instrumentals that go
Oh,
with.
oh yeah, making them from scratch and putting the lyric over them, and then when I'd feel like, oh, I got it, then I'd be like, nah, I need to restart all over again with something completely different. Get the vibe right. I think I did.
I mean, if you didn't, then one of the 29, I'd be like, my thing is there's probably at least 5 bangers in those other 29, which is crazy.
That's
Oh,
crazy.
yeah.
So
But yeah, 4 months, one song essentially, but like these songs.
yeah. Yeah. A lot of artists have different processes. Some make a lot in a short amount of time and just don't drop. But I always like it when you make a song, like give it to the people, especially if you really believe in it. And the longer you wait, it gets tougher to let it go because your sound changes, you improve, and then you just end up putting it in the vault. And you're just like, my God.
Bro, Lenny loves to just. Lenny's about to be learn how to hack just to like hack people's hard drives and like drop music for them. Lenny has the mindset of a leaker. It's crazy.
Yeah, I'm gonna create like an off-brand website where the songs just appear leaked, bro. No one's gonna be the owner of it. It's just gonna be an anonymous website,
Man.
just probably the blockchain or something, somewhere crazy that's untraceable.
Man,
that'd be sick.
Well, Zale, I know
They just arrested a leaker though.
Yeah, they did. And didn't
Playboy's leaker, right? Yeah.
Yes, and also I know an Uzi leaker got hit with some crazy charges, but it's like it's definitely a crime. Like there's and especially think about these huge artists, right? There's a lot of obviously money at stake, right? So people are gonna be upset about that.
I mean, more so the labels paid for it to get created, so they're more like, yo, this album or this song, if it's an album, this album costs millions of dollars. That is essentially gone because we had marketing ideas, we had promotions, all these things, all that money we had to recoup, and now it's essentially ruined because you decided to post it on SoundCloud for free for some reason.
The people need it, man.
But give the people what they want, man. Give the people.
Yeah, I agree.
Well, maybe the people want to listen to another Zale track. I don't know. I don't know if I'm a part of the people, but I want to listen to another.
This is my favorite song I think I've ever made.
Oh, see, now that's interesting to hear before we go into it. Trippie Redd got screwed over. I've heard that too, which is, I always wondered kind of, and I should look into it. Exactly. Dude, Lenny, he's so right on this because I remember being like, Trippie's dropping crazy tracks, like he's just dropping fire single after single. I do think there's a little bit of like his like someone made the fucking stupid meme where it's like they go through one of his albums and like you click play and like every song kind of has like a similar like part in it. It's so stupid, but I think a lot of people were like, he just never drops, you know. I've heard artists try to drop, like they feel pressured by the leak, so they try and drop, you know, to kind of get ahead of it, and then exactly. So
Andrew from Hot 16s with the just inside info, just the hot info right off the press, bro.
Giving us exactly. Giving the people the information. But Trippie's dope. Do you like Trippie? I feel like I haven't heard from him in a little bit though.
I like Trippie. Trippie's solid. Him, Playboy Cardi, that whole SoundCloud era. I don't care what people say. It was pretty great.
It was fantastic. I mean,
I'm a vamp for sure.
I won't lie. I wish we got the first or second version of Whole Lotta Red, but you know, I didn't complain.
That's a whole can of worms because Oof. And that, you know what I've been hearing actually is that people, it's finally, a whole lot of red is finally starting to grow on people.
Oh yeah, I knew
was
it
hearing
would.
that the other day, and people like are going back listening to me like, actually, it's like, you know, it's actually pretty decent. But I agree. Cardi, I mean, Uzi, you throw Trav into that a little bit as well.
Yeah.
Lil Peep, rest in peace, Lil Peep. I didn't listen to Lil Peep too much, but you know, I know he made pretty amazing music. Shout out to SoundCloud rappers, man. SoundCloud creators. We'll use that. You know,
That was an era. Total
Post
great
Malone,
era.
man.
Post
Malone.
low key, the SoundCloud, you know, OG. I remember White Iverson dropping that shit was just like, yo. Well, let's get to another SoundCloud artist, Zale. This is Zale's. He said it himself. His favorite track that he's made. This is "Do You Even Love Me," and we're gonna get right into it.
high quality songs, man. Like just absolutely just high quality songs, man.
Thank you,
High
dude.
quality production. The sounds are placed where they should be, man. It's it's
That's a
at
good
this
one. That's a
um,
good one. That is a
Yeah.
really good one.
It's like it's such a buildup of emotion with each of those drops,
Yeah.
and then the ending just is such like a deep breath moment where you just need to just intake and breathe out.
Dude, I was literally gonna say that. Like, Lenny was on point. Your songs do know how to create that emotion. Like, it's interesting because when you think about music, it is kind of just it can like it's like any other thing. Like your body is gonna try and acclimate to it, right? So like, you know, the songs that we vibe with usually are like four on the floor. It's like very easy to kind of like keep on rhythm, but I think you kind of, you know, twist that into a different way and just like, you know, the sounds you're using, like Lenny said, and the simplicity but also depth of the lyrics. I think that's what gets people. So, man,
yeah.
it's
The fact
you know,
you use, like Tommy was saying, you use like just select words, but like you don't oversay stuff, but it's just nice, man. It's not over thought
Yeah,
out. It's
super
simple.
minimal. It's just
Yeah,
there. You know, you can know it. You can vibe with it. You don't need to overthink it. You're
exactly.
listening to it. You're living it.
It's a mix. It's the crazy mix of like words with crazy instrumentals, plus like
yeah,
just a nice layer of words, almost like just an added melody to the song. You
Yeah.
know, it
100%, 100%.
No, that song just felt when I made it. I was like, okay, this is like a level up of what I ever thought I could do, and then I can just keep going, and it just got better and better throughout the years.
it's
And yeah, that's my favorite.
I would echo,
timing.
yeah, 100%. I was gonna say I would echo what we said, Lenny. This is another one where it's like, dude, I know you said Netflix, but like, I could legit see this on a Netflix series, like, easily, dude. Like, you, I'm stoked that it's just it's gonna happen. It's not an if, it's a when, honestly.
Exactly. It's so funny because we've at this point we've been doing this for 4 going on 5 years, and we've come across like really good artists, and we've seen the projections of how they've increased from doing some artists' first interviews to now they have 100,000 plus you know followers and getting mentioned by everyone. But it's like the quality and the consistency is the same from every single individual who at this point from the first beginning we met up 4 years ago to where they are now, the consistency and quality of the music has been the same. It's like everyone else, a lot of people, as you know, and you probably experienced, a lot of people drop off. But one of the artists we literally were in the studio with this past weekend shooting an episode of Can You Make a Banger? He was like, yeah, everyone who I rapped with growing up is stopped rapping. I'm just the only one who stayed consistent with it.
Mm.
And the dude's doing work, 80,000, 90,000 plus streams on this recent song he's been promoting. But the dude has had millions of streams, on his music and Spotify, touring, doing his thing. He was in the UK,
Yep.
doing some really dope stuff, really dope sound, but consistency, quality was there, man. So it's literally a question of when,
Yeah.
because the it's a no-brainer. It's stupid for someone to not add one of these songs in the back. Like, I'm just thinking of content in general, and there's so many content creators who would want this. Like, if you even if you put together like a pack of tracks and sent them out to YouTubers or whatever as like music they could use in between their clips and be like, hey, this is X
Yep.
amount, or give me a cut of the streaming, whatever. They'd be like, oh, interesting. So you want, especially if you're taking a cut after the fact, however you work that
Yep.
out based on how well the video did, that could be some really cool stuff.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
You'd have to worry about if the movie gets, taken off YouTube for whatever reason, if it's, demonetized. So that's one variable you want to account for.
You
But
never know. You could like Lenny said, you could send that to whatever Logan Paul, and he uses it in one of his vlogs or whatever, right? And it's like, yeah, you get 5% of like, let's say the ad revenue from that. 5 is an arbitrary number, obviously, but
Yeah.
that might go crazy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like when I started, my first song I dropped just blew up because it got. We had a label guy who was with Casey Neistat and doing all of his music, and then he promoted me, and then I was in some other vlogger's video where it got like millions of plays, and I was like, I don't want to be stuck on lo-fi forever, so I spent years honing in what I wanted my music to be.
Interesting. That is very interesting.
Okay.
I want to highlight that. I spent years honing it in. Started out already getting lo-fi placements. He's like, nah. Let me get the key and let me lock it in. Okay.
Because you get upset when you look back at like the big songs you have and you like made them in 10 minutes and they have no depth, and it kind of drove me a little insane. So
Well,
yeah.
it's funny. I was watching this video on YouTube today, and we can get back to more songs. I don't know if we have any more here.
We don't have any more, so we're chilling for the most part.
Heck yeah. But it was this video on Lil Uzi Vert or something about Lil Uzi Vert, and it might have been academics, but he said he was talking with Lil Uzi Vert on because he had a podcast with him, and Lil Uzi was like, dude, the stupidest songs. Everyone says this. The stupidest songs are the ones that go viral. He's like, my biggest song is pretty much an instrumental with me randomly saying words on it here and there throughout the track. I made that in 15 minutes and I didn't really even care about it. And he's like, my new album, no, I'm not going to make a bunch of songs like that. That's not the music I like to make.
I wonder what song he was talking about.
It was, I want to, I want to.
Oh, yes. Yeah, I want to rock.
Yeah. He's like, dude, I literally was on that thing for like every other, whatever. And it's pretty much just an instrumental. It's my biggest song by far.
Yeah. Dude, murdered, what's it called? All my friends are dead. Like, crazy.
Exactly.
That had substance. That was like, you could tell that came from somewhere.
That was a good track. That was a good track.
Yeah. But he literally said, I think he was like his cousin or someone put it on. And he just, freestyled over it for whatever, And it's like, what? But it's funny how he's like, no, I'm not going to create an album like that. That's not the music that I want to make. So if you thought I was going to just have...
He's from Philly too, so he could have done it. He could have dropped a project like that. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
I find it funny that he focuses on I Want to Rock, but not on like the other big songs he has, like 20 Minutes, EXO Tour Life, like all the songs like that I think exceeded the plays and stuff that I Want to Rock has.
It's a different time though too, because
that was a different time. Yeah,
you got to think like I Just Want to Rock like introduced Uzi more and more to the mainstream. Even though I think EXO Tour Life did it just as much probably because you had everyone singing "All My Friends Are Dead." Like everyone was singing that.
That was crazy.
But Uzi's it's interesting, man. It's the other example I was gonna think of is Childish Gambino said one time that he was like 3005, which is one of his bigger tracks, was like he was like, I was trying to like make like a fake like pop rap song. Like he said it was like not like he was like he wasn't even gonna put it on because the internet his album, and it ended up like that was like the biggest huge deal. Like yeah, bro. Uzi was going around performing like colleges, bars, and shit. Like that's crazy. Have you? I wonder if Andrew, if you've seen Uzi before, that'd be like early Uzi. That'd be an experience.
I feel like Andrew would be someone who would just crash in early like Uzi. performance at like a college somewhere, just pulling up, doesn't go there, but it's like, fuck it, I heard
We're
this
gonna
guy.
see like the 30 for 30 on Lil Uzi in the future, and Andrew's just gonna be like in the documentary footage.
Just chilling.
Uzi's gonna be like, I remember I always saw this one guy earlier. Well, but I agree. Yeah, it's artists say that all the time. I didn't mean this wasn't meant to go viral, be my single, blah blah blah. It ends up doing it, and then Lil Yachty with Poland. Like that's another great example. He was like, he dropped that, but his album was like didn't sound like that. But you have to ride with it at that point.
You have to. You have to.
As there when Love is Rage dropped, and I was like, oh my god, this is something new.
Oh yeah, like yeah, Uzi's come far. I think all those artists have. I think the bigger ones have like honed it in, and they're really starting to lock in on their sound and their abilities. Whereas maybe earlier they were still dropping really good tracks, but was a little bit more like less like controlled or refined. I think a lot of people, even like someone like Young Thug, I think this recent album, I think he's like really kind of locking it in a little bit more. But really? shout out all those guys, man. Free the guys.
You know who I think is great and needs to lock it in is Coyle Ray. I think she has so much potential.
Thank you,
an artist.
Yep.
Thank you for bringing this up. I was literally thinking, what was I going to bring up? Coyle Ray's latest album. I didn't listen to it. Zale, did you listen to it?
I listened to some tracks, and I can tell she's just, she's more of an influencer than an artist. But I feel like if she lent in and stuck with a certain sound, she would be just fine. And maybe not Nicki's status, but she can get pretty close.
I think she could be Doja Cat-esque,
100%.
Like, because I've heard Coyle Ray sing, and she's actually like pretty talented. So. Yeah. If her dad wasn't Benzino, hold on. I don't know the Coyle Ray lore, so I'm gonna have to.
Wait, no way, that's true. What? That'd be hilarious.
Wait,
is that how she got her deals? That's totally how she got her deals.
Well, people say it's because of her dad, but I guess her dad didn't help her at all. Like he truly didn't help her at all. That's why people don't like her, because they're like, "Oh, your dad." But I guess he truly didn't help her whatsoever.
Yeah.
But it's always hard to. It's like
I didn't know that was her dad.
Yeah.
I didn't either.
Because even if it wasn't her, I mean, even if he didn't help her, people are still gonna be like, "Oh, but he's still your dad, so people will let you in the room," type of situation.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's crazy because her album got less than 10K.
Yeah, I saw that headline
first week, which is crazy. But I saw her in live one time. She was at some event I was at, and it was a great show. I was like, "Yo, this is a great performance." Like
energy immaculate, I mean,
yeah.
Who's buying albums anymore? When's the last? I'm not buying albums right now. Are you?
I'm gonna be real. I'll stream one album maybe one time through 2 max. Dude, I got unless it's like J. Cole, Kendrick.
What do they consider it now as an album bought? Is it like still just iTunes you buy it, or like
that CDs? Do they still do CDs like these artists? I think some do, but
there's different versions. Because album it's like one whole stream all the way through is, or I guess it's 10-1. There's a conversion. 10 streams of an entire album equals like one album.
Gotcha, yeah.
So, there's a conversion rate. I don't think that's exactly. I think it's probably varying across.
Oh, they do. I remember now. They do count that. I remember. Yeah, I remember talking about this. Yeah.
So some conversion streams, but honestly, the stream conversion is all whacked out.
Yeah.
Because when the album streams equals one album, that's kind of crazy, but I get it. But yeah, and that's why Snoop Dogg a couple weeks back was like, "Yo, how does this payment thing work? I'm getting 1 billion streams, but not seeing $1 million from back in the day. I would sell 1,000,000 records, and I would know exactly how much I would get from that 1,000,000 because each record costs $10.
Yep.
So that's also an interesting thing. Streams. And I guess that's,
it's wild, man.
I'll-
Yeah.
I can give you insider info here. I'll show you. I'll leak what I make on a song. So we have a rep.
You heard
So,
it first.
100,000 streams on Spotify will get you. Any guesses?
Dude, I hope it's more than
$1,000.
I hope
Oh no,
Sorry, $100. $100.
a little more. It's $300.
no.
Exactly. That's what I got.
I mean, to me, like my root reaction is that's ridiculous, but I'm trying to come down to like a plane where, like, I think you should at least get $1,000 for that. Like,
That's
in
what
my-
1,000, yeah.
at
That's what
minimum.
A rack for 100,000 makes a lot of sense to me.
I mean, you know how artists are making shows and surviving is merchant shows because that conversion from plays to dollars is not working, and everyone's very upset about it.
It's crazy that you can get 1,000,000 streams, and that would only be $3,000.
No, I think he said 100,000, right?
100,000, $300.
But multiply that by 10,
Oh yeah. Oh, I mean,
Yeah.
and it's $3,000. 1,000,000 streams. 3,000. You have a record that hits 1,000,000. You're like, yo, I'm popping 3,000, bro. Great shit.
Imagine getting $3,000 for 1,000,000 streams. But if you think about it, I know people will say in the grand scheme of things, 1,000,000 streams isn't that much, but it kind of is. It kind of is.
That's a lot of streams.
But how much are you putting into promo though?
That's the question.
That's the other thing too. Well, yeah, think about it this way, right? Let's try and break it down real quick. One song, 1,000,000 streams, and these are arbitrary numbers, everyone. Like, don't be in the comments with some crazy, with some crazy, or do be. I don't care. Let's say you make on 1,000,000 streams, you make $3 million, or excuse me, on 1,000,000 streams, you make $3,000. Let's say the studio time or let's say you're like Zale, right? Let's say you're like Zale where you can do everything yourself. You vote every part of the song was created by you. So there's no, there's obviously a long-term investment in equipment and, software, but in that moment to make that song, you're pretty much making it at no cost, right? We could say, let's say an average, kind of cost of that is $100, right? Equipment, software, whatever. Plugins, or maybe you just download them for free. You didn't hear that from me. So $100, let's say, to create the song. That's probably what, like, you could probably get decent studio time to create that one song. Let's say AdSense, Lenny, like how to get 1,000,000 streams, and let's say you only have 2,000 followers on your main IG or YouTube or whatever. Like, what to get 1,000,000 streams on Spotify? How much ad towards ads you think you got to put down?
I mean, we have to look at you. The only way to truly guarantee, is to run Spotify ads.
I got playlists pitching that I can. Let me look it up. I can see what we sell.
Yeah.
Ooh, so
Yeah.
is that with Spotify or is that like someone's else, like a host on Spotify is creating the playlist?
It's a host. So this is what I do. I spend I'll throw $270 for a targeted amount of plays through these playlistings. Because I mean, if you did botting, you could put $100 and get 1,000,000 plays, but then you wouldn't get the payout.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Unlimited money back. Just pay for get the plays. Make more money.
That's like what, right? Like that's like $370, $400 to create the track. You pay for playlisting, right, on Spotify to get a certain amount of views.
Yeah.
And that's just one way, right? That's not the only way. That's just one way.
That's one way.
You-
Yeah. I mean, you could do
yeah.
ads.
Let's say, hey, to get 1 million views, you probably got to make some type of video content. So I'm gonna say, put another 500 on a low cost music video and content creation, day. You go out, you're shooting a music video for the song, but you're also getting content like for reels, behind the scenes stuff. Let's say you throw the video producer for that, the editor and everything, $500, right? So now you're getting close to like 870, $900.
Album cover art for the song.
Cover art, I don't even know what like a good cover art piece would go for nowadays. Zale, what do you make your own? Do you pay for some?
Like, I make my own. I can't lie. I remix from Reddit. I edit it myself and do it. But I think 100 to 200 for one piece of cover art,
Yeah.
and then 100 for mastering if you need to.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's a good point. So even if you made the track, you think you mixed it, come on, bro, get that mastered. So that's let's say that the mastering that puts you right at about 1,000, and then for the cover art, that's putting you at like what, like you said, anywhere from 1,100 to 1,200. So we'll say like 1,150 to go in between.
Yeah.
And the distribution service, how much is that to like?
If you do distro, it's free. It's free. Yeah.
Distro's free. Okay.
You can do free. There's multiple.
Gotcha. Distro's free. And this is all before you've even posted anything, right? This is like
this is before.
aspect.
Before. Yeah.
Oh man, and so you put. What'd you say?
1,200 in the hole essentially before even posting. For the potential to get $1 million. For the potential to get $1 million.
Exactly.
It has to be a good song. It still has to be a good song.
You're taking the risk. You're betting on yourself. I mean, you're putting 1,200 down to potentially get like maybe like a 2K profit on that, or like, $1,800 profit off of that.
And that's if you're doing it yourself. Okay.
Yes.
If you're just an artist, studio time, a producer for the exclusive beat if you want to go that route.
Yep.
Mixing, mastering,
vocalist.
Just
You can't
alone,
do it yourself.
those alone, depending on what the quality you're trying to go, a beat alone can be like $3,000. Mixing and mastering, I would say probably another 200. You're looking at 3,200 off rip, not studio time, so let's add another 100, 3,300 for one song. Insane.
Yeah.
That's not marketing. That's just creation.
That's the song. Yeah, that's just the song.
And it could be really bad. It could be horrible.
The secret to all these streaming, like if you're spending money on your promo on streaming, like YouTube, Spotify, whatever, the secret is you're not aiming to get that streaming money. You're aiming to get those people in a room so they pay you $2,000 an hour for a whole set, and you just do those like a few times a month and you're good.
It's funny because streams are also a marketing vehicle now. Not much so a revenue vehicle. It's a marketing vehicle. I have X amount of monthly listeners, X amount of streams.
Let me headline.
Exactly. It's insane. It used to be so easy. I just need the plays. Now it's like, no. And that's also probably a barrier of entry why it's so hard to make it in music nowadays. Because it's not how many plays your music gets. It's what you're able to do after the music is good. So now the people who make it aren't the people who are necessarily the best artists. It's people who have the artists but are either content minded or business minded themselves to be able to market themselves, or they have a crazy nice team to do it for them, or they sign to a major label who's going to do it for them and
take their money. Like they're gonna make you, if you sign a big deal like that, they're gonna be like, oh, you're gonna record the album in this very fancy studio. They're not gonna tell you that you're gonna be paying that through a loan that they're putting in. They're not gonna tell you the engineer is coming from your pocket. And then when you're playing all these shows and headlining, you're out of money and you're in debt to your label, and you have to just keep making songs. And you're not happy. You can't afford that really nice house. You're still living on the street. It's terrible.
Struggling.
Yeah.
Struggling.
You can take a picture. Yeah.
Or worst case, they put you on the shelf. They don't even let you make music.
Yeah, because you're a threat. You're a threat to one of the people that's dropping on their label. It's like it's crazy.
It's so all in all, make your own music.
Well, yeah, we should quit. Quit music, actually.
Music
Stop.
is dead.
Well, I
Get it
wouldn't.
9 to 5 key. Get a state job.
I was gonna say I wouldn't take action against music per se, but maybe the music industry needs to be a little bit more regulated, and maybe different other systems need to change so artists don't have to be literally starving artists.
People need to get mad. They need to get mad. I don't know, protest, do something, and tell that we don't want this to be it anymore. We want to be back playing songs and able to make a living off of it. We don't want to all be superstars.
The Writers Guild is doing it right now.
Are they?
And what's crazy is
for the Screenwriters Guild. Sorry, the Screenwriters Guild. They're saying that it's literally for streams. They're like, we're writing for these crazy Netflix, HBO, whatever series and movies, full production films, and we're not getting anything for it. Same thing.
And they want some AI protection as well. But what is Gucci?
Yo.
We're actually near the ending of the hour here, man. But the point was I was going to make regarding streams. What's crazy is Spotify is getting screwed so hard by the labels. The labels taking so much of the profit. They're fighting to be profitable because the labels essentially own all the music on Spotify. So even independent creators, and this is how I'm thinking about, I'm not sure this is exactly what's going on, but the independent creators are the ones who get screwed because the money you guys should be making off your streams, Spotify has to take because they're not making any money off these major catalogs. The money they're making off of you guys that charge you guys excessively to make up for the money that they're losing to these massive major label catalogs for having them on their platform. So it's messed up. You guys actually probably should be getting paid higher margins, but just because Spotify's losing in other areas, they take more from you guys.
Yeah. Did you hear about that person that, if I may interject, by the way,
go for it.
That person that was streaming their songs, like botting their songs, and they were making 2,000 or a bot that streams. It's free, but I mean, well, if you pay the initial price, which could be thousands or it could be like 700, or you can make a bot. And I know that sounds a little difficult, but I mean, I did.
We're not ones to judge. It's the industry. You're literally allowed to do whatever you want.
Yeah. If you think they don't stop, you're high.
Exactly.
It's a common marketing.
Say that. I was just about to say it's like they're doing the same thing.
Are people gonna click on a song with 1 play or with 10,000 plays?
There's a base level where they're like, all right, we need to bot it up. Their Instagram profiles, a lot of these artists, they boost their Instagrams because they're like, I need at least this level to be taken serious. But at the end of the day, your engagement after the fact is what really shows. But it sounds like this guy was going off. It sounds like he had to have good music, because he couldn't have been botting every single stream.
No, that person was botting every single stream.
I think Spotify now has a good algorithm to show what's a bot and what's not, though. At least now they do. They don't?
The only most people don't even know what to look for to see if someone has streams botting. But if I see an account and it has 100,000 streams but has 10 monthly listeners, I know you're botting. But that's a big, that's it's just the one indicator that someone's botting. Other than that, you can't tell. So like making 100 accounts and you have 100 monthly listeners, it looks a little better than 10. But you either or, it doesn't even matter if it looks like you're botting because you're getting paid. You made it.
Well,
Congrats.
they could cancel those streams. So similar to I would akin it to sneaker botting. I've done that a little bit, but so with the bot, I assume it works. You have a proxy that gives a location somewhere in the U.S. and it's rotating or multiple proxies for every single Spotify account that you purchase. You probably have to purchase them in some way, but purchase that
Yeah.
account. Is that not how it works?
Well, you were correct until purchasing part. I make the accounts.
You make them yourself.
I make them. And it's free.
But you
But
can purchase them, right?
huh?
You can purchase Spotify accounts, right? Created on
You
different
can.
SIM cards.
I don't
Yeah.
see a point to, but you can.
Well, the point would probably be to do it on different SIM cards, so it's linked to actual mobile number, so it looks more verified. In some cases, some of those accounts can be looked at as more clean, especially if they have some type of activity, listening wise. I don't know. In the sneaker world, there's accounts similar to that when it comes to like Nike, the Nike app. So if like there's history of purchases, those accounts are warm. So there's less likely for them
For
to be
sure.
clipped up by some type of algorithm that says, oh, this is more likely a bot. So if that individual was going through the steps, creating these accounts or purchasing with different SIM cards, had a bot with different proxies, and essentially stuck each proxy permanently with each account, then the system would never really have any red flags of this person switching locations or it's someone who's nefarious, because it would have had a history, easily could have racked up lots of real streams because someone thought it was a real person. But that setup would have had to be pretty intense.
Well, for the most part, that's good tips for the like that making an account like if you're aging. But I feel uh for the most part, Spotify lets this happen because I think it's a at first it was really easy to bot 2 years ago. It was super easy. Now I had to do extra like 2 steps, but um, it's like a VPN on each account. That's correct. Um, it's in the Netherlands, UK, because that pays the most.
Interesting.
So all the streams are UK, Netherlands, and places where they pay 0.03 per stream or 0.003 per stream instead of 0.001. So it's so you stream like from that spot and you get paid more, and your numbers look better because you have numbers by your song instead of you have 200 people that listen. So it's uh and I sell this service, but I started doing it.
Respond to that because they're gonna be like, no, 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 we need these streams. So like, you guys are gonna have to let us go somehow.
I don't think they're the ones hurting though. I think Spotify's the one hurting, and these record
Well,
labels aren't the
Spotify,
ones hurting.
like if I stream my song, I don't know, like for 8 times, it's gonna show me a 30-second ad. And I don't get paid for each time an ad plays. And if my bot is playing the ad and it's like the ad played 4 times, that's 4 times that Spotify got paid because
Very
Spotify gets paid
true.
when the ad plays.
Very true, actually.
And I don't get paid when the ad plays. I get paid when I earn a stream. So, so Spotify actually profits off Spotify block.
That makes a lot of sense, actually.
So I think that's how come they let it happen, because I could stop this bot fast.
Yeah.
Damn, we just talked about so many topics that nobody else wants to talk about, which is it needs to be talked about. Like it does.
Well,
It's
it's I think a lot of people would say that you gotta have people that are in it and doing these things to really get the true experience. I think a lot of people glamorize being an independent artist, and no, it's what you said, Zell. It's literally doing anything you can, whenever you can, to just make it your career and actually start making money from it. Some people they go the long route. They do the 10 years, Lenny. They don't sign the deal. They say I'm doing it my own way. Some people take that deal. Some people think of other creative ways to game the system. And I kind of, in a way, I kind of agree. If I'm not a guy that's gonna say if you can game the system, game it. But when it comes to the music industry and how labels operate, they're not so innocent themselves. So do whatever you can, man. I would say do whatever you can. Get the bag, especially if you're an artist. You deserve to get paid for making art. And yeah, I mean this was a good discussion. I think we got a couple really good perspectives here. So shout out DR and shout out Zale.
Yeah, thanks for coming in here, JR. Really opened my eyes to
No problem, dude.
some of the bottom.
Y'all should offer a botting service, like for people that upload their beats. For real, it's good. People can get paid. That person was making 2,000 a day. I want 2,000 a month. But, like, it's not much.
Maybe we could talk about this off the live call.
For sure.
I'm like, I don't know who's watching this right now, bro. I'm gonna get Spotify goons or like WMG goons coming up to my house being like,
Your account has been deleted.
"What'd you say on that stream last night, bro?"
Discord's getting banned, bro.
Yeah, rip the Discord. We're just gonna get blacklisted everywhere.
Just change the name. Just change the name and you're fine.
Nah, but like I said, I think personally, there's a lot of before even botting for views. There's a lot of things that artists need to do before that Uwavee offers. That it's almost like if you don't do those things, then the bots won't even matter. Because if you can't follow up with that, you're just I think what from my perspective, it's harder to pull off a botting scheme where or at least go undetected to be doing it at the level like I'm trying to get Travis Scott views, right? Or I'm trying to get Lil Uzi views. Like that would probably get discovered. But if you have good music and you're actually doing promo and being an artist or whatever you're doing, being a producer, that definitely helps too. But so I think we the things we do offer around not just beat stores, but a way for artists to find quality beats from producers like yourselves quickly, and for you guys to get found quickly. I know that's a big issue that producers and engineers deal with that we're trying to solve. So man, we're all about community focused, our community focused explore page. We don't want to use algorithms. We don't want to use ads and things like that for people to just pay to play. It's all about who's got the best music. And, when we talk to artists and producers, they kind of agree with that and they like the idea of it. So we're excited to be launching that soon. Let's put it on the list though, Lenny. Botting service. We got to check that out. I'm not saying we're gonna do it to any of the industry heads watching, but you got to do your research, right?
I'm gonna research.
I think it's good if someone puts a song or whatever, and if it's like you put a beat through New Wave, it's gonna get at least 10,000 streams if you release it through New Wave, and then it becomes worth it. To release to the platform, but that's just not that it's just hypothetical. Who knows?
Yeah.
No, it's definitely interesting. Definitely interesting thought, though.
Yeah, but hey, guys, thanks for coming out to the live music feedback today. Again, we're back next Wednesday. Zale, we always love when you come by.
Always great to talk and see you guys.
Yeah, I'm hoping the Netflix stuff comes to fruition, man. It'd be fantastic watching a random Netflix series and just be like, this song sounds really familiar.
Be like, you're gonna be watching the latest like Black Mirror and be like, did I just hear Bunker Boy in the background?
No way.
One really quick. You might, because I just got a contract to work on a really big porn star's trailer music. So listen in, yeah.
Oh, I mean,
No.
yeah, I'm only gonna listen in. Okay, I'm definitely not gonna watch the whole thing that person is putting
Dude,
out.
I'm all
Gotta
about
get that bag somehow, you
But
know.
I'm all
I am gonna. I'll probably be listening to it a lot.
a lot.
How'd they
This
pay
is a
you?
great music video.
How'd they pay you? In pocket pussies?
Probably actual money because they make bank. But that's
Yeah.
dope. It sounds like it's official. If it's like a big kind of production,
Dude,
that
if
sounds big.
if you're telling me you are producing music for the Lana, the guy No Jumper's freaking wife and that random black porn star, if you tell me that you're producing the music for that,
I'm not gonna say anything, but just keep your ears open. Keep your eyes half open.
No.
This is a great. Okay. This is
No.
keep your eyes fully open first off and watch intently. But this is a great example and a great way to end the stream. We said this multiple times today. Get it how you can, and sometimes that means when you're pushing your music out there, you take an offer from a poor high end porn star who's gonna put your music in the background of their promo or whatever and pay you for it. That's money in the bank. Stay open minded and get it how you can. Y'all deserve to get paid.
Amen.
Yo, follow Zale at Just Zale. Keep an eye out. Keep your I like that. Keep your eyes half closed, but keep your ears fully open for Zale and some upcoming huge projects. Shout out if you guys got promo, feel free to shout out your Instagrams or your YouTubes, whatever, SoundClouds if you got them. If you guys want to shout them out now before we kind of wrap things here, feel free.
Flowerbase.com.
TCAcannabis.store.com
Oh yeah.
is we sell the best THC flower you can find.
There you go.
Oh, tap in. Tap in, you know what I'm saying? Really tap in.
Peace, boys. You have a good one.
Yo, see you, Zale. And, to everyone else watching, you can follow us at Uwave on Instagram. All social media is going to be Uwave, U_wave with 2 E's. I think our YouTube is just Uwave. If you're on YouTube, you see it right here. But really go to uwave.com, stay tapped in. We're dropping our explore screen feature here in a few weeks. Stay tuned. It's going to go crazy. And we got a lot, like I said, there's a lot of cool things dropping that we've been talking about for a while now. So stay tuned in. Every Wednesday, 6 p.m., we're doing live music feedback. We get on here, sometimes we just chat. Like today was definitely, we did a lot more chatting than listening, but it was all music. It's always music related. And if people are posting music feedback in our Discord, we try and just listen to all of it. So check it out. Join the Discord. Throw your tracks and music feedback. We'll listen to it every Wednesday. Follow us at Uwave and make sure y'all hit uwave.com. But yeah, this has been it. We'll catch y'all later. Peace.